of stuff going on right now.
Lots going on.
Welcome into No Catch Up Chicago, for Chicago, by Chicago. I am your host, Sean Little. Nick the Quick, as usual.
Yes,
the squad's
sir.
in here. Victory Tuesday again.
Yeah, another one.
Bears
Another
win.
one.
We're
Yep.
going to talk about the sweet W we got against the Lions at home. Vikings Sunday night. Bulls lost to one of the greatest point guards of all time last night, JJ Barea.
Yeah.
We're going to talk about that because JJ's a legend.
Yep.
He's just a ball player.
Of course.
Then we're gonna take a little deep dive into the NBA. It's kind of getting to that spot where
It's time to talk about the association, man.
we're seeing if teams are real.
Yeah,
We're gonna see who can play, who cannot play.
Yep.
We're gonna do a little panic meter there. NFL had some big news with the Rams Chiefs moving back to LA from Mexico City. We're going to talk about some NFL power rankings, the real NFL power rankings, not this souped up ESPN bullshit they be giving you just to try to please certain people all around the country.
Sean's going to have the Patriots 30th.
We're going to give you the real NFL power rankings.
Okay.
But let's jump into it, man. What's good?
What's going on, man? How we feeling?
I'm feeling great.
Yeah?
Yeah, I'm feeling great. All day today, I edited the Bears-Lions vlog.
Saw that. Yeah.
Did the vlog at the game on Sunday.
Very nice.
So I got an interesting take on that.
So what was that, like 6 games this year you've been to?
4.
4.
Most
You got
I've
Miami. You got you traveled. Where else did you go?
I went to
Green Bay, and then 2 home
I
games.
went to Miami, and then at home I caught Seattle and then the Lions.
Yeah. Okay.
So
you're
very
2 and 2.
I'm 2
No
and
more
2.
road games for you, man.
I'm 2 and 2.
No more road games. Don't give Sean any road tickets to the Bears, man. We can't do it.
Yeah, we have 3 losses. I've been to 2 of the 3.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's whatever. But
No, that's 2 and 2. We beat Seattle.
no, I'm saying I've been to 2.
Oh, 2 of the 3. Yeah,
2
my
of the
fault.
3
Yeah,
losses. We have 3 L's. I've been to 2 of them.
Yep.
Both heartbreakers,
Yeah,
by the way.
absolutely.
Interesting game. I'm going to drop that vlog tomorrow, man. Make sure you guys check that out. I had an interesting vantage point on the Cody Parkey situation.
Cody Parkey, Mr. Clank.
The stadium was lit for that, by
Yeah.
the way. So that was interesting to see. So, check that out. I'm going to drop that tomorrow. Bears-Lions vlog. Game day vlog.
Yeah.
Awesome game.
Yeah.
Game was shut down at half.
Early.
Mid-second quarter.
Which was decent because I had some things I needed to do, so I actually had hit the road for the second half.
Yeah.
But I was kind of expecting it that way. You know, I was like, I think we're going to wrap this one up early, and then it kind of played out exactly how I wanted it to. So, yeah, definitely.
I'm going to tell you when I knew the game was over. First off, when you watch the vlog, you'll see I say something right before the game starts. I was just feeling good.
Mm-hmm.
Like, there's not been very many games the last few years where before the game starts, you're feeling good.
You got a good feeling,
like,
yeah.
That must have been the feeling you have, like, being a Rams fan right now.
Yeah.
Or a Saints fan.
Right.
Like, I was going into the game, and I just felt good.
You just weren't worried about it.
I wasn't really worried that we weren't going to win.
Yeah, me too. That's kind of how – and, you know, everybody – I might be the biggest Bears hater in the world or whatever, but I kind of felt the same way. Like I said, I was like, I feel good about today, man. I don't think that we're going to drop this game. And this is the game that normally, like when the Bears are good or we think they're good, this is the type of game that they lose, just like when they lost against the Dolphins, you know, a team that we should beat and then we, you know, mess around and lose. But, you know, obviously this is at home, and we handle business, man. And I got to give it to the boy Mitch Trubisky.
Man.
Gotta give it to him.
I got a take on that. We're going to talk about that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, let me tell you when I knew the game was over. So I was feeling good, went to the game. I was feeling great, had some brews, was at the United Club. So I was supposed to pay for this buffet, but I definitely didn't.
Of course not.
I just walked in and I was eating food and I was chopping it up with people. I was ordering omelets and shit. So I got some food at the United Club. It was dope. You'll see on the vlog. It was fun. When I saw the flyover and they brought the three double helo choppers through, it was 3 of them, 6 blades flying. Yeah, it was sick.
You felt the energy?
I felt the energy. The soldiers were on the field lined up.
Yeah,
fireworks were going off. And I'm like, dog, we are gonna roll these things.
Right.
Like, and then I really knew after I saw the first drive, I was like, that's the easiest touchdown we scored all year.
Yeah.
So I was fired up, man. Detroit's really bad.
Terrible.
We looked really, really good.
We looked really good, man. I really like how we played that game. I love how Trubisky came out. Obviously, that touchdown throw to Allen Robinson might have been his throw of the year, in my opinion, right? That was I know I've been criticizing the deep ball and everything, but It was all there on Sunday, man. Loved it. Defense was playing hungry. Khalil Mack back out there.
You talking
doing
the
his
back
thing.
shoulder
Yeah.
to Allen?
Yeah. No, the one was it the back shoulder.
Because he had a couple.
No, the first one. The
one.
strike, the downfield strike after he'd hit him before on the play before, I believe. Yeah, the first one was one of the best throws I've seen Mitch make. Just the whole situation of it, just the fact that, you know what I'm saying, how he made that throw, where he placed the ball. He threw it with confidence. It was not his first read. You know what I mean? If you look at the replay, he kind of goes through his progression there. Like, everything that we didn't see in week 1, 2, and 3, I feel like he's gotten a lot better at. And again, I've been the biggest Mitch criticizer out there, but I got to give it to him after this game. A shitty opponent, yeah, but still, I mean, he came through and delivered. Strikes. And I take the Tampa Bay game out of it. Like, to be honest with you, this is probably my favorite Trubisky game. Take the Tampa Bay game out of it because they didn't even come to play football that day. You know, obviously that was just a blowout, but the way that he came out in this game, I was really impressed.
I wouldn't throw the Tampa Bay game out because he showed a lot of progress there through progressions and kind of.
I'm just saying it's my favorite game.
And and always going. He was in that Tampa Bay game. He didn't make, just like this last game with the Lions. Every decision he made was the right one.
Right.
He might have missed the throw here and there, but it was the right decision. He was getting it there. He was phenomenal, bro.
Yeah, he was great.
He was phenomenal.
He was great.
He was accurate as it gets. I like the Allen Robinson throw for me was the back shoulder.
Okay.
I enjoyed that one more than the one over the middle, but they were both phenomenal.
Yeah.
The back shoulder one was the difference between the one over the middle to Allen is that's where the ball was supposed to go.
Yeah.
Mitch decided on that back shoulder, like, I'm gonna go back shoulder.
I'm gonna go back shoulder with it, right?
I don't like he's not necessarily open here, but I'm gonna throw him open, and that's what he did there. That's why I appreciate that throw more than the one over the middle. Both very good. I'm gonna give you my Mitch take right now.
Okay.
I rewatched the game when I got home.
Yeah.
I'm all in on Mitch Trubisky.
Okay.
I'm all in. I have no choice. I think he can play.
Yeah.
He showed flashes, but like, I think this is where I'm at. I'm going to give him all the love when he plays really well. And now when he plays bad, I'm going to be kind of upset.
Right.
Because before it's like, I was upset, but it was like, I don't even know if he's good enough to make this shit happen.
Yeah.
From some of this, the things that I'm seeing now, he's good enough. He's smart enough because he's making the plays. I've seen him make every throw he needs to.
Right. This
is where he needs to start stringing these together.
Yeah.
Like, there's going to be no excuse for having 2-3 bad games in a row.
Right.
An elite quarterbacks, bad throw here, bad throw there. They don't have full games of just really bad. And I think that's where he needs to be headed, and I think he's headed that way.
See, I'm not even looking at the full game of really bad. For me, the thing that I like the most about this game is he was consistent throughout. Because he's had games where there's a lot of good, and then there's just really, 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 really bad. Like we talk about with some of those red zone interceptions and almost interceptions, right? The difference in this game was for 4 quarters, he was rock solid. You know what I mean? So I think
start to finish.
Yeah, I think the really bad games, like the awful games, are probably behind him at this point. You know what I mean? I think that the offense is good enough, the coaching is good enough to where he's not going to have terrible games, but it's those moments. You know what I mean? I think in this game, he didn't have those moments, whereas before, even in games where he looked impressive, he would have multiple moments where you're like, good quarterbacks don't make that throw. No matter what stage of your development you're in, you know, you're not making that throw multiple times per game. And in this game, he was just consistent throughout.
Yeah, I'm all in.
So I mean, yeah, I'm good, man. I'm happy with it. It looks good.
Like when people now, I think after I've seen a couple, like including Tampa Bay, including the last game, when people ask me now how you feel about Mitch, I feel good, man. He's a good quarterback. That's going to be my answer. Okay, and he might have a hiccup here or there, but going forward, I'm on he's a good quarterback, and he's going to be a good quarterback in the near future.
Definitely.
Don't let him, dude. This is going to be a full season under Nagy. Yeah, like look out, bruh. Yeah, like look out.
That's crazy, man. It's crazy. It's crazy that we're here now. But you know, again, I'm not where you are yet. But I'll tell you that I'm a lot further than I was because I mean, again, what I saw in this game and the consistency for 4 quarters is kind of what I was looking for.
23 of 30, 355, 3 touchdowns.
Yeah, no
interceptions,
no picks.
And like shouldn't have had one. It's not like someone dropped one.
Yeah,
ran one in. He was phenomenal, bro.
None of the stupid throws.
None of that.
None of the stupid throws.
None of that.
Love it.
So I'm very excited about that. One thing we have to fix is this running between the tackles.
Yeah.
I don't know. What are your thoughts on that? Why is it such a struggle?
I mean, well, I think I'm gonna go on your place. That doesn't really matter. I mean, maybe that's just not part of the offense. You've been saying that all year. Maybe running between the tackles isn't part of the offense. Maybe Jordan Howard
rushing yards total.
Maybe I've been beating this drum.
No, but listen. What I'm saying is, it doesn't have to be in between the tackles.
Yeah.
But we have to be running that bitch somewhere.
Yeah.
Like, we're not running it. We're not running it at all.
What did I tell you last week? I said one issue that we're gonna have is we have to figure out what we want to do in the running game. But again, hey, if Trubisky's playing like this, it does not matter.
But where it showed was when we were trying to salt the game away.
Yeah.
We couldn't.
We can't, yeah.
We couldn't salt the game away.
We got to keep throwing the ball.
Like, we ended up giving up 22 points. We gave up 15 points in the second half, 12 in the fourth quarter.
Yeah.
So it's
against better teams, you're going to have to be able to eat the clock up towards the end of the game and be able to put them away and not keep giving them opportunities.
Instead of it being 26-7 at half, it's going to be 17-7 at half.
Right.
A la Green Bay.
Right.
And, like, you're going to have to
and then
salt
you gave
those
Aaron,
games
yeah,
away.
then you gave Aaron Rodgers 2 more quarters, and that's the problem.
Like, we don't want to be out there throwing it 20 times in the second half, ball hitting the ground, clock stops. We're up 20 points.
Yeah.
And we're making the game longer than it needs to be. That's the only thing that I would say we need to figure out. If it's
how do you figure that out on week 12?
Yeah. I don't know.
I mean, I think running game takes momentum. You don't just figure that out in week 12. So, I mean, I don't know. I really don't know. It's a good question because, again, you got to be able to eat up the clock. You can't keep throwing the ball like that. It opens up for mistakes, too.
And especially when you have a team like Minnesota coming in on Sunday night, they're going to adjust a little better than Detroit did.
Yeah.
If you absolutely can't run the ball at all against Minnesota, and they know that, that's going to be a little bit of an issue.
100%.
You feel what I'm saying? Because they're going to come and get you off the edge.
Yep.
They're going to try to wreak havoc if they know you can't run the ball. So I think that's going to be something that I hope Nagy hammers this week.
Yeah, I just don't know how you develop a power running game, I guess. I mean, or whatever, like you said, any type of running game. You just kind of got to figure it out. We'll see. That's why Nagy's there, though.
Yeah, shout out Jabari Lou. He said you cannot be one-dimensional in football. You have to keep the defense honest. That's 100%.
100%.
And I think when you're playing a rough team, when you're playing a trash team who's missing their best corner in Slayton in Detroit, you can kind of drop back and throw it all around. And the way that Mitch was getting rid of the ball, it almost didn't matter anyway.
Well, let's be real. We've been playing a lot of trash teams as of recently. I mean, if you look through the Bears' schedule, through all 10 games, I mean, have we really played a really good team outside? I know you'll disagree, of outside the Patriots. How many of these teams are playoff teams?
None.
We've played one playoff team, and it's the Patriots, and we lost. So, he's 100% right. You can't be you can against the Lions, but you can against Minnesota. You know what I mean? You can't when you get to the playoffs and you start playing against these better teams. So, that's why I've been talking about this. Every week that you don't develop it, it gets harder to develop it. You know what I mean? Especially when the running back situation is the way it is. It's not like you really have that true number one either. Sometimes he likes Cohen. Sometimes he likes Howard. He kind of switches it up. But I don't know how you figure that out. Hopefully he does, though, man. Again, Nagy's an offensive genius, apparently, so hopefully he can figure it out.
How do you feel about Sunday night? How are you feeling in your gut? They flexed the game from the afternoon to night,
which I don't like.
I thought that's big for us.
Yeah, I don't like I've never liked the Bears in prime time.
So
and maybe it just goes back to like so many years of watching Jay Cutler. Yeah, like after watching Jay Cutler in prime time, you can become shell shocked. But I've never liked primetime games, but I've never liked being the only game on. I've never liked the longer breaks. I've never liked all the hoopla that comes with it. I just like going into Sunday at noon and playing the 3-hour game. With that being said,
I don't like waiting for the game to come on.
Yeah, I don't like waiting all day for the game to come on either, man.
That's like a selfish piece of it.
But either way,
I don't mind being on primetime because I think it's dope. I think it's an opportunity for everyone to be watching
good exposure,
the Bears.
yeah.
I like when people
didn't we start off the season with 3 primetime games? Then we play Sunday night, Monday night, or Sunday night, Monday night. Yeah,
because I went to both of those.
Yeah, exactly. So we've been on primetime our share this year. But as far as the game goes, man, outside of that, I feel good. A lot better than I would normally feel going into this type of game, but I really feel good. And also, I don't love Minnesota. I've told you about this. I told you how I feel about Kirk Cousins. I feel like Kirk Cousins is he's good, but he's not. I've never been scared of Kirk Cousins. You know what I mean? So I feel like the Bears defense can handle that. I feel good. I feel real good.
They were asking the players about the game getting flexed to Sunday night, and they were like, "We love it.
Yeah.
Like we're ready to go." I think that'll make them more juiced, and they said like they embrace it because it shows that people want to see us.
Yeah,
and we're a big draw with Khalil Mack, with our offense putting up points the way it is.
Yeah.
We talked about it earlier, like before the season started. I still can't believe that we're seeing us in Chicago in the winter, or not winter, but it's fall, getting to winter, and we're putting up 30 plus. 40,
yeah, it's crazy.
40 at home, like it's crazy.
It's crazy.
We're in shotgun all day, like it's still wild.
I mean, my whole life, like we've been waiting for the Bears to put up like an explosive type offense, especially like when we watch other teams and have them do crazy things. And now to see the Bears do that, like, yeah, man, it feels great. I love it. You know, and again, you called it, man. You called this whole Nagy situation. I was a hater about it. You know, I'll admit that, but I think it's been great, man. It's amazing we're putting up these kind of points, and hopefully it keeps up. And yeah, man, gotta keep it moving.
Spread's -3.
Yeah.
We're favored.
Yep.
It's a tough game to bet.
Yeah, I probably won't touch it.
But this is the thing. After what I saw from Detroit, I almost think we're gonna go up there and take care of business again.
Yeah.
On Thanksgiving.
Yeah, I'm not worried about the Thanksgiving game. The only thing that gets me about the Thanksgiving game is it's a Thursday game, but outside, I mean, it's a Thursday game for them too. So like, whatever. I'm not too worried about that. But Detroit sucks.
Yeah. Before we get off of this game, let's talk about the defense a little bit. Prince Amukamara.
Yeah.
Balled.
Baller.
Did his thing.
Bryce Callahan.
Baller.
Ball hawk. Hard nosed corner.
Hard nose.
Love the way he plays.
Yes, love it.
I love the way he plays, man. I love his physicality. I love Bryce Callahan, man. He's awesome.
Prince, Peanut, obviously been talking to Prince.
Yeah.
Prince, on that punch out, Prince easily could have given up on the play.
Yep.
Prince had kind of worked his way around, got caught up in some traffic on some blocks, looked up, saw the running back had like made up a couple yards, walked over, and just Peanut Tillman classic banged it out. And it was just perfect. Like,
the Bears are doing that this year,
he's
man.
Smart.
Yeah.
They're all celebrating together when someone makes a play.
I was talking about that last week, man. It's the same thing. That Bears defense is hungry. They play like dogs. I love that shit. I love it, man. Somebody gets a sack, everybody's in there. Even last week when Mac was out, like I was saying, he's celebrating with his teammates on the sideline. Like, I love that mentality of the Bears defense. Like, really shout out Vic Fangio for bringing that kind of like pack mentality, because the defense gets fired up. Like, they're ready to go every single week.
Leonard Floyd gets his first sack.
Yeah, finally.
Crowd went crazy in the stadium.
About time.
It was kind of a weak-ass sack, too, but it was a sack.
Yeah, he sucks.
Hey, let's talk about Roquan Smith.
Yeah.
This motherfucker is everywhere.
Yeah.
He's everywhere.
He's all over the place.
He's all over the place.
I'm happy you brought this up, because I was thinking this, and some people have been critical of him.
He's all over the place.
I'm the opposite.
What are they watching?
Yeah. I mean, I'm the opposite. Like, he is literally always by the ball. If there's a tackle being made, he's right there. Even if he's not making the tackle, you see him right there. Like, I think as he gets better and plays more years, and he, kind of, develops more instincts and things like that, just the fact that he's always swarming the ball, man, like he's going to be a player in this league.
This is
100%.
Baby Lance Briggs, bro.
Yeah.
He's Lance Briggs.
Shout out Lance Briggs, man. You
He's
know
Lance
how I feel.
Briggs. That's what he is.
Urlacher needs to give him that jacket.
He's 100%
all
Lance
over the
Briggs.
ball, man.
If he's not making the tackle, he's right next to it.
Yeah.
This is the second week in a row, double-digit tackles.
Who did I say he was going to be like? Derek Brooks.
Yeah.
All over the ball. Derek Brooks is like 160 tackles a year.
Derek Brooks.
All over the ball.
That's another good
all
good
over the ball. That's where he's at.
Just tackles, bro.
Just tackles.
Just tackles.
By
Just
the
runs
ball.
around, tackles.
Runs around and makes plays.
That's it.
And when he's a rookie, yeah, he might miss some. He might be a little bit too ambitious. But the fact of the matter is he's by the ball. So as he gets better, as he plays more, as he adjusts more to the speed of the game, those misses become tackles. Roquan Smith is a player in this league. That's how you play linebacker.
100%.
Forget all that other shit. That's how you play linebacker. He's by the ball. Look up Derek Brooks if you don't remember Derek Brooks. He literally would have 150, 160 tackles a year. All day.
all day.
Yeah.
Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Tampa Bay Buccaneers legend, bro.
Derek Brooks was a monster.
Derek Brooks was a problem.
If you don't know who Derek Brooks is, that's a great
problem.
Go look up Derek Brooks.
Problem.
What
about his business?
What about his
While
shit?
you're at it, look up Lance Briggs.
Yeah. Look up Derek Brooks. Look up Lance Briggs.
Tackle
Cut
machines.
from the same cloth.
Tackle machines.
And it seems like they're always solo too.
Yeah.
Like Roquan never really gets like help on tackles. And it's always like there's never really huge hits.
Yeah.
He's just tackling.
Goes about his business.
He's just linebacker.
No, he's not a Sports Center player.
Nah.
He's you watch him every play, you see that he's there. I'm so happy you brought this up
Yeah,
because I heard people criticizing him and I couldn't believe it. He's a rookie. I love the way he plays.
Yeah.
Love it.
Oh yeah, dude. He's
great.
And he's only gonna get better.
He's only gonna get better. He's only gonna get smarter. They're only gonna use him more. He had no training camp. Stop playing. Roquan Smith is a player.
Yeah.
Oh, and he plays next to Khalil Mack.
Yes. And an unsung hero that's never got enough credit his whole career, Danny Trevathan. He's a monster too.
Ball player. Here to play football.
Yes.
Sign me up, coach. I'm here to play football. That's it. I love Danny Trevathan. He's a dog, man. I love this Bears defense, man. There's not a player on the Bears defense I don't like.
Yeah. So I'm excited.
Yeah.
1 down, 2 to go.
Yeah.
If we can clear this out, we're gonna get Green Bay at home. We're gonna beat Green Bay at home. Mm-hmm. I'm telling you that now.
That's how you feel.
So if we can get this win, Green Bay is huff.
We're winning in Lambeau.
We're winning home. We should have won in Lambeau.
Yeah.
If we can get this game Sunday night, we almost need the game Sunday night because I'm telling you, fellas, and I love the Bears just as much as y'all. We are not going to Minnesota and winning.
Yeah.
We'd have to play. We could.
Yeah.
In my honest opinion, we're not.
I'm not going.
So I would love to get this game.
Got to get this W.
Take care of business on Thanksgiving.
Easy.
Rest up.
Yep.
And we're off and running. I think we played. Didn't I think we played the Giants?
Yeah. Giants are trash.
Giants are trash.
Super trash.
That would be 8-3.
Yeah.
That'd be huge to get some extra rest after Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
You know how good I'd feel after my Thanksgiving meal? We were sitting 8-3.
Yeah.
8-3 with who are we playing after that?
I'll pull up the schedule.
It's somebody huff. I think it's the Giants.
Our whole schedule is huff.
Yeah, it's the Giants. And then we could be 9-3. Then we take that L to the Rams.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. Where do we play the Rams?
In Los Angeles.
Yeah, that's a big L.
No, we play the Rams at home. I'm sorry.
Oh, we could win that.
Yeah.
The Rams at week 17?
No.
When we play the Rams at home?
We play the Rams in week 14.
Yeah, see, that might be a problem for the Rams.
Why?
Coming to Chicago in week 14, you don't know what that weather is going to be like.
Oh, that's true.
It's the West Coast team, and they're coming across the country. The Bears have a home field advantage with that in the cold.
So you sounds like you less worried about the Rams and you more worried about the Packers.
I'm never worried about West Coast teams coming over here in the wintertime. Not at all.
That's an interesting take. Yeah.
Not at all.
I think Khalil Mack would have to be all over Jared Goff ass.
He will be.
That quarterback play from them boys, from Goff and
Goff is a monster.
Goff is nice.
Goff is a monster. They did lose Cooper Kupp though.
Yeah, torn
Don't
ACL.
sleep on that Cooper Kupp loss. That's big.
Yeah.
And their defense is low key suspect too.
And for as much talent as they have,
their defense is low key suspect.
Sus.
Like they got Aaron Donald. What's the dude? Buddy, you can throw on all day. Marcus
Peters
or Marcus Peters. Yeah, get throwing that guy all day.
And he's talking shit too. He's been getting ate up all season.
Yeah, just eat him up. He's terrible.
Yeah.
Allen Robinson, Taylor Gabriel. I'm not worried about the Rams coming to Chicago. To be honest with you, not worried about that weather.
Yeah.
What if it's snowing? You slow that offense down. Now they got Gurley. He's a bad man, but I think we're good against the run, man. I'm not.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind an ugly game.
Yeah, I'm not.
Snow, wind.
No. Yes, you would because then we gotta figure out the running game.
Yeah, because
we talked about this. The Bears getting to a slug it out. That's not necessary. We better hope that offense works in snow.
Before we get too ahead of ourselves,
practice outside.
I would love to be 8-3 after Thanksgiving, going into play the Giants.
For sure,
that'd be great.
Yeah.
So let's keep taking care of business at home. We'll do one more. No, we won't do one more show before that. But
yeah,
we'll see what happens. We got a shot there. Let's move over to the Bulls.
Oh, hold on.
Yeah,
Cody Parkey.
Oh yes. Wait a second. My bad.
Mr.
Hold
Clank.
on. Hold on.
4 clanks.
Okay. Actually, funny you say that because I have a clip. I need to hold on. I'm gonna send that to myself. Give me your thoughts on this.
I I've never seen. I mean, obviously, it's never happened before in a game. I've never seen anything like that. I've been shaky on Cody Parkey. I don't know what you were talking about as far as bringing in a veteran to give him fire him up or get him going, and that he's done it before. I don't necessarily believe that he's done it before.
Dude, his career with these 4 misses, he's like 86%.
That's fine. Didn't we lose a game because of Cody Parkey miss?
From 50 plus, 53.
That was saying, hey, look,
come on, G. He's allowed to miss one from 53.
Hey,
come on.
What happened on Sunday? What happened? I don't think he's that. He has not been. I don't know, man. You got to bring in somebody to fire him up. You need to bring somebody in to see if somebody can kick better. I don't have confidence in him as a kicker.
Listen,
I don't have confidence in him as a kicker.
Listen, he's 85 or 86%.
Pull up Cody Parkey's numbers
with those misses.
Yeah.
Included, he's like 85, 86% for his career. So you can't just cut him. He had a bad game.
I didn't say cut him.
So then what are you talking about?
Bring in some kickers and see what's going on. Maybe
That's
you
what I
might
was
find
saying.
somebody, but not I don't believe in the hope for a kicker, like get him going. It's not like he needs to get fired up for the game. He doesn't need to get, you know what I mean? It's not like he's playing without passion. Like that's not what it's about. It's not about effort. That was terrible. You can do that against shitty. Yo, if you're going to be a good team, you got to start getting rid of that shit that you can only do against shitty teams. And clanking 4 field goals off the post, or I'm sorry, what was it? 1 extra point and 3 field goals? Or 2 and 2, something like that. Whatever it was, you can't be doing that against good teams. You can't leave points out there on the field. So if you bring in somebody and you bring in some people to try out outside at Soldier Field, try them out there. And if you find somebody better, you might have to make that move.
Pull me up real quick, Aaron. Shout out my guy, Shy City Thrift. He sent me this.
Let me pull this out.
Look at this, bro. This is from June 26, 2016. It's Cody Parkey. This is it says Sunday activities. How ironic is this? Look. This is Cody Parkey practicing on a little Sunday activity in the summer a couple years ago. So he's practicing putting it off the post. So I thought that was
that's where his focus is.
I thought that was crazy that he was actually practicing that. You're going to see it in the vlog. I've never seen anything like that. It has to be some type of record. He put it off the post 4 times. I will say this. After the last one, the second missed field goal, because if you remember, he missed the field goal. Then Prince got the turnover right back on the next possession. Then they got the ball back again, and he missed another one off the post. The players ran up to him at midfield, gave him some love. It wasn't like a lot of cold shoulder. So I was excited to see that. But
yeah, he's 84% for his career, 72% this year.
So I mean, he's missed how many kicks has he missed
in his career
this year? He's missed 4 or 3. 5 field goals.
13 for 18 on field goals. Yeah,
that's not very good.
It's not very good. It's 15 points.
Yeah, so I mean, that is 15 points.
15 points.
And we just talked about the one.
Missed 2 extra points. That's 17 points.
We just talked about the one in Miami.
Yeah.
One thing that we were talking about, and I heard Waddle and Sylvia and those guys on the radio.
Oh, it was Miami where he missed it to. You were there. There wasn't too much wind down there, right?
No, there
wasn't any wind. That shit was pretty still.
It was humid, but
yeah. Okay.
Air was thick though.
Yeah, we can't blame him for that one.
But
no fucking wind.
It's 53 yards.
Listen, man. Listen. He gets paid to make that kick.
He gets paid to make that kick.
It does pretty much what happened on Sunday brings that back into question. You know what I mean? That's all I'm saying. But yeah, go ahead.
Angel J wants to. He said, "Man, Parkey has one job. Can't trust him. Where's Robbie Gold?"
I'm saying 100%.
And shout out Jabari Lou. This is exactly what I was gonna say. They were talking about this, that Cody Parkey never kicks at Soldier. He's always kicking at Hallis Hall. Yeah. You don't think that's a big deal?
No, that's a huge deal. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, drive down.
Especially because Soldier Field is a notoriously bad playing surface. You know what I mean? So it's not like the Hallis Hall conditions are the same as Soldier Field, obviously. Soldier Field is terrible playing conditions. You know what I mean? So, I mean, yeah, he should be practicing there. 100% he should be kicking there. It's the sight lines, everything. I mean, all that matters.
All that matters.
All that matters.
And listen, you're not doing shit in practice.
Yeah.
Be like, hey, coach.
Put his ass on a bus.
We're going to go. Fuck a bus.
Put his ass on an Uber and go down there.
Take the Mercedes that you're probably driving because what? We owe you $13 million guaranteed.
Yeah.
Drive down from wherever you live. Take somebody with
Cody
you.
Parkey, $13 million guaranteed.
I think it's something like, that was the other thing. I think it's like 9.5 or 13 or something like that.
He's not going anywhere.
Is that, well, we can't do shit with him. We owe him a ton of cash. He's not going anywhere, right? Yeah. So, yeah, that
when I saw that, I was shocked about that. He should be kicking at Soldier Field. That's his only job. He's literally not doing anything else.
Absolutely.
Nothing at all.
You should just go down there and do your thing.
You
could go down there, kick for 2 hours, and go back up to the facility and go to meetings
and
or whatever.
It for special teams practice.
Yeah.
For kickoff, yeah.
This is going to be a huge thing going forward because as you've seen over the years and with athletes in general, mental, man, it's a lot of mental stuff. When he starts to string this shit together and starts missing a bunch, who was the guy from Minnesota a couple years ago?
Well, that was not Blair Walsh.
He was incredible. He was like the best rate. He had the best percentage of all time.
Good. Yeah, he could never hit a field goal again.
He could never miss, and then all of a sudden he just started missing shit all over the place.
I remember Mason Crosby that one year.
Yeah,
and luckily they kept him around. But
right, it's very fickle. Yeah. So we have to keep an eye on this.
Well, especially when the weather turns, man, he should be kicking down there at Soldier Field. Yeah. You got to get used to that.
And I think it's a big deal because we're going to be playing close games. We're not a juggernaut like that. And this is the NFL. You can't miss out on points like that.
You cannot leave points.
No doubt. Let's move over to the Bulls. Yo, shout out my girl V. She hooked me up with some OD tickets the other night. I went on Saturday night. I caught the Thriller against the Cavs.
Yeah.
Yo, your boy Colin Sexton's a clown.
Yeah, he is. He's terrible in the league.
He's terrible in the league, and he's a goofball. Like, every time he missed a jumper, he was, like, talking to himself on the court. Like, I think he's doing a little too much for show and needs to start,
he needs to settle down.
Getting his buckets together.
The report. Did you read that athletic report that came out on him? That a lot of Cavs veterans, and I guess it ended up really being J.R. Smith, were like, this dude just doesn't know how to play basketball.
Yeah, like, what is he doing?
We think there's something wrong with them type shit. So,
So, like,
I guess Tristan Thompson now is, like, mentoring him.
There was that's a great mentor.
I would not listen to anything that guy says.
That reminds me of when reports were coming out that Mark Sanchez was mentoring Trubisky. I'm like, please stop.
Yeah, please stop.
Please get him away from Trubisky.
No, I mean, Tristan Thompson's even worse.
Yeah, but
don't take advice from that dude.
Yeah, and they don't play the same position. That's weird. Anyway, but
caught on camera.
She hooked me up with some sick tickets. I was sitting right on second row on the baseline.
Yeah, that Wendell Carter picture.
That Wendell Carter picture was from my phone. Yeah, it was right. I was right there. It was sick. I was talking to my guy Blakeney. I was yelling at him. He looked at me, gave me a little salute. Yeah. I was basically yelling that he was a basket. Everybody was laughing and shit. But last night we played Dallas. I was excited to see that because of Luka Doncic.
Yeah,
he didn't play that well, but he showed some flashes on why I can see why he's been playing as well as he's been playing, whatever.
He's got a nice little game.
Question for you.
Yep.
After the game, check out the column on The Athletic, Darnell Mayberry. Yeah. Daryl Mayberry, excuse me. Is it Daryl or?
It's Darnell.
It's Darnell, right? Yeah. I'm tripping. Darnell Mayberry. Shout out D. Mayberry. That's my guy. He wrote a column. He always writes like the notes from his note. Notes from my notebook. It's a great column. It's a great piece.
Yeah, I like it.
And he talked about Zach LaVine, and Zach LaVine still did this thing last night. I think he had 26. Mm-hmm. But the main question was, is Zach LaVine how? It wasn't a question that is Zach LaVine tired. How tired is he, and can he continue to shoulder this load? Like, what are your thoughts on that?
I mean, 0 for 6 from three-pointer last night. Yeah, I mean, the team's not that good, man. So a lot is on Zach, right? Especially with how hot he started. Now they're really looking for him and really looking for him to continue that way. I think he can. I'm not worried about Zach LaVine getting tired. You know, how many games are we into the season? 15?
Yeah, about that.
15 games into the season. I'm not too worried about that. I mean, I'm sure his usage rate is off the charts. And help is coming, man. Those guys will be back in a couple months. We'll be fine. I'm not too worried about that at all. Shoulder what load, man? We're not look, man. We're not here to win ball games. So I'm not worried about him shouldering any load. Yeah. The load for what? And what happens if he can't shoulder it? What, we're going to lose? We're not here to win ball games. It's okay. Let him continue to be featured as the top option. You know, let him get better. Let's continue to see his playmaking develop. I saw on Twitter the other day they had a breakdown of a nice play that Fred had called, and you know, pretty much where Zach LaVine ended up making the pass to Wendell Carter. So let him continue to develop that way. I'm not worried about him shouldering the load and then him running out of gas, because the result's going to be the same anyways. We're going to lose a ton of games, right? Dying for Zion. That's what we need right now.
Dying for Zion.
Dying for Zion. You know, whatever it might be. You know, whoever one you want to go on.
It's that new lottery system now.
Yeah.
It's not the same as it was.
Yeah. Either way, whatever. Fine. You can get Reddish. You can get Zion.
I mean, you still got a better shot if the more games.
Or you get the other guy you got there. Who's the other guy? Who's the guard?
Cam Reddish.
Zion Williamson.
You got Zion, and then you got R.J. Barrett.
R.J. Barrett. I'll take all of them.
Yeah, anyone.
I'll take any of them. Give me Zion. I mean, I don't know what that is. We can talk about that another episode. I've never. That's a whole nother level of athlete. But either way, it doesn't matter, man. Who cares? The result's going to be the same for the Bears or for the Bulls. The result's going to be the same. We're not here to win ball games, so I'm not worried about that at all. I'd be worried about if we were trying to win ball games and go to the playoffs.
This whole shoulder the load and is he tired? Listen, if you're getting paid $20 million,
yeah,
and you want to be the man, and you're an offensive scorer, you're gonna have to, on a shit team, you're going to have to carry the load.
Yeah.
And I liked his response. Like, he was like, hey, I'm doing the best I can.
Yeah.
I'm getting out there. I'm going to get it. I'm trying on D. I'm doing everything I can. But, like, it is what it is.
It is what it is.
You're on a shit team.
Bad team.
You got a big offer. You're getting paid 20 per. You're looking to be an all-star.
Yeah.
Like, what do you want, bro?
And he can't be mad because every day Zach LaVine walks into the stadium, he looks up and you know what he sees? A green light. And that's what all players want, especially scorers. So it doesn't matter, man. I mean, I think, again, like you said, that's what's he going to do about it? And he shouldn't be tired for $20 million a year. I don't think he is tired. He's just going to have some bad games. He doesn't have any help out there. Defenses are going to key on him. Rick Carlisle's a good coach. You know what I mean?
Yes, he is.
He's a championship coach.
Yeah, he is.
It's a shit roster right now. So, I mean, what are you going to do?
Shout out my boy Dirk, man. He's just getting checks.
Was that the last game that they'll be in Chicago? Like, are we done? Is Dirk never going to play in the UC again?
I don't know. I'd have to look at
I saw some quotes from him. He said he loves playing United Center, he loves the energy and everything like that.
Yeah.
Hey, we talked about it before, but Dirk's a legend, man. Shout out Dirk for winning a championship. Nobody's legacy has been helped more by winning a championship than Dirk Nowitzki.
The way they won it, too, is great.
Yeah.
Just mashed out the Heat with LeBron. Like, yeah, it was a good win.
Yeah.
I know we like to mash Justin Holiday. He played well last night.
Yeah.
Was playing defense.
He's great.
He was giving Doncic a little trouble, which I would hope he would give a rookie.
Yeah.
But so we got to give him some love when love is due.
Yeah.
Archie.
Go for it.
Been playing ball.
He plays ball.
Yo.
He plays ball. You know, he's got that TJ McConnell in him.
Yes.
Yeah. And TJ McConnell will stick around this league.
And TJ McConnell plays ball.
TJ McConnell will stick around this league.
That's a good point.
You know what I mean? Those guys, they always have a place for a backup point guard that can run the team and not make mistakes.
And looks like he can shoot a little bit.
It's feisty.
And is smart. And hustles.
And a proven winner. Won in college.
Yep.
Yeah.
All day.
Yeah. I mean, it's like, I think Brunson's better, but it's that same type of mold of play. Like, those heady point guards that can make plays and don't necessarily rely on their athleticism aren't going to give you 20, but, you know, when you put them in, they're able to run the show. Those dudes stay around the league, and they're valuable.
Back-to-back DMPs for campaign.
Good.
The more Archie plays like that, I don't see him playing at all. So, that was
When is Chris Dunn due back?
I don't know.
When's Denzel Valentine due back? I forgot he was even on the Bulls.
Yeah, no, those three should be back. I'm
and
assuming they're maybe all at the same time.
Or Bobby Portis too.
Yeah, I don't know.
When's contract Bobby coming back?
I don't know. I don't know when they're coming back. That's a good question.
Zach LaVine doesn't want Bobby Portis to come back. There goes some shots, but yeah, we need contract Bobby back.
Yeah, I thought another good point, and give me your thoughts on this. Mayberry mentioned in this piece, maybe to give a little load or take a little load off of LaVine, we should be running more offense through Wendell.
Yeah, I don't disagree with that.
I'm going to tell you this: when I was at the game on Sunday, and when I was watching, he passes up a lot of shots that I think he should be trying to put in the basket.
Mm-hmm.
Like, he's looking for an extra pass. Then I'm like, bro, fucking lay that up.
Flex.
Yeah, go put your back to the basket, make a move, and put that in.
That's the thing. Nobody's gonna yell at you,
right?
It's all good, man. Just like he needs to flex a little bit. Which again, maybe he's a rookie. He seems like he's kind of like a nice kid. Like maybe he's not trying to step on anybody's toes yet. But I think if you're Fred, you should just tell him, hey man, let it go. If you feel like you have a good look up there, don't pass it up. Take it. That's what we want from you. We want you to develop. So go ahead and go for it. Again, like. These guys have to know they're not going to win a lot of ball games this year. So, I mean, yeah, go for it, man. You're playing 38 minutes again. Or how many you play? 26 minutes last night, 9 field goal attempts. So that's not bad, but, you know.
No, but I wouldn't be mad if he was getting more sets.
Yeah.
Like, come down. Here's a set for Wendell Carter.
Yeah.
Get a shot up. I think it's a little bit of that, I'm a rookie, I'm a little timid. But give him that, like, yo, this is your set.
Yeah.
Like, he's not putting up shots that aren't. Put like this, they're not designed for him.
Well,
he's kind of trying to stay within the offense, and he's doing stuff like looking for the right play when he could easily just get the ball, turn around, and get a foul, get a shot up,
and run some plays for him because pretty soon when Portis and Markkanen come back, those opportunities for Carter aren't going to be there as much. You know what I mean? Because your number one priority when Lauri Markkanen comes back is going to be to rework Lauri Markkanen into this offense above all else, right? Like that is priority one for the Bulls. That's supposed to be one of your cornerstones here, so they're going to want to work him in over anything else. So while you have this opportunity to have Carter play these type of minutes, give him the opportunity, call some plays for him so that when Markkanen comes back, at least you know what you have in Carter, and you can then know how you can work the two of them together, know both of their strengths and weaknesses. So, yeah, I think that's probably a flaw of Hoiberg right now, that he's not calling enough plays for a guy like Wendell Carter.
Yeah, because
he's got some offensive game. I mean, he has some game. You know, he can play.
Absolutely.
And obviously good on defense, and I mean, yeah.
And this is the perfect time to do it because we were talking about before the season where are shots going to come from Markkanen and Portis, etc. But we don't have to worry about that.
Plenty of shots to go around right now.
So let's get him some more buckets and try to go about it that way.
Jabari.
So, yeah, he can give up some shots. I wouldn't mind him giving up some shots, no doubt.
Would you look into moving Jabari?
Man, I don't even want to talk about it, dude. I mean, why? Moving him this year?
Yeah. Well, I mean, yeah, you would.
What could we? I mean, what could we do? I mean, if we got a decent deal for him,
what's a decent deal?
I don't know. That's what I'm saying.
You got like, 2 number 2s for Jabari. Would you do it?
2 2s?
Yeah, I'd do it.
2 2s?
Yeah. Yeah. Well, at this point, it's not going to turn into anything. I mean,
I would just hold.
Hold on to for what?
Yeah, that's true too. I don't know.
You're not bringing him back next year, right? Under no circumstances.
It doesn't seem that way. No.
So I think at this point you should put Jabari out there.
Yeah.
He's not happy. You could tell he's not happy. Look at his interviews.
He was so fired up after the Sunday game. I even posted this on No Catch Up IGTV. I recorded the last possession of the game when he got that block on Collins.
Yeah.
After the second
that was
shot.
great. Yeah.
Bro, he ran off the court and took his jersey off and threw it in the stands.
Yeah.
So, like, he was fired up then. He's just got to string some games together and kind of – but, yeah, man, I mean, who knows? I don't –
You came to me with 2 2s for Jabari right now. You can have them. If you came to me for the 1, you could absolutely have them. I don't care if it's protected 1 through 28.
I think the Bulls' next game is – I don't even know who it is. I can look it up really, really quick.
Got it.
Oh, we're at the Celtics tomorrow.
Yeah.
We're going to get rolled.
I don't know. They're not very good.
They're not very good, but this is, like I said, this is what the doctor ordered. Just like when I said, this is what the doctor ordered for New Orleans. At home, we were going to New Orleans. We lost that game handily. We kind of kept it closer than I thought we would, but going to Boston is not a good look for us, especially with LaVine playing 42 minutes a game, and he's our best scorer. I don't like it, especially when I just don't like it.
So I think it's a perfect segue to what we want to talk about, man, with panic mode. Boston.
Yo,
NBA's lit right now.
The graphic I put up, I told Aaron to put up was, I love this game.
Yeah.
Like, it's just, the NBA is the best, bro.
It's the best.
It's the best.
That's great. I love the association.
It's nightly drama every night.
It's yearly drama.
It's
when
all
the game's
day.
not on the court, the game is off the court.
Yeah.
It's great. And, I think we've ignored it the last couple of weeks, talked a lot of Bulls.
Yeah.
I know we want to always keep it Chicago, but I think it's around that time for the kind of national roundup and see what's going on around the association.
And before
you're watching.
Yeah.
I'm watching.
100%.
Yeah.
Before we get into the panic, can I just say this? What's going on with Draymond and Cody and the Warriors?
Yeah.
I love it. I love it.
Love it like how?
I love to see them in any type of disarray.
Well, Draymond,
a little disarray. They've lost 2 in a row, right?
Yeah.
They've lost 2 in a row. Curry's out. Draymond's getting suspended for yelling at KD. I love it.
They are
I'm so happy that they're in a tiny spiral, bro.
Something happens to them, and maybe this is a testament to him. I guess this is a testament to him. Yo, when they're without Steph Curry, this ball team, I mean, they're still the best team in the league with or without Steph Curry, but without Steph Curry, they are a drastically different squad. And I get he's a 2-time MVP. Obviously, that makes sense. But you think, okay, they still got Draymond, Clay, KD. Steph brings them together. I don't know what it is. But, yeah, I think it's funny, man. If it really was about they said Draymond came at KD about his summer free agency plans. Like,
I'm going to tell you what it is.
What is that?
I think that's a good point. So when Curry's out, the next biggest voice on the floor
is Draymond.
Well,
it's always Draymond. The biggest voice on the floor is always.
I think Curry can kind of wrangle.
I think
Draymond
they all love
bit.
Curry, bro. Right. I think they all watch Curry when he gets hot. It's like everything's okay.
But what I'm saying is, so the original 3 is Draymond, Clay, and Steph, right? So when Steph is out, Draymond's the next alpha dog.
Because Clay doesn't say shit.
Yes, because Clay never says anything.
Not at all.
And doesn't
you see him in between them while they're arguing. Clay was just.
I'll be on the wing.
I'm good. Hey, I'm open. I'm open too.
I'm open. I'm on the wing.
Just hit me. Or don't.
So I think the difference between that is the next biggest voice out there is Draymond.
Right.
So, and KD, as much as he wants to be a part of, as much as he is a part of that group, he's not a part of that original. He's an outsider to that original.
Yeah,
Steph, Clay, Draymond, and Steve Kerr.
Yeah, he's like the substitute superhero that kind of came in. It's like, oh yeah.
And a perfect example of that is a little bit of Draymond's ego getting in the way. Is pull me up real quick, Aaron. Is this right here? The last possession.
Yeah, what is he doing?
They need a basket.
What is he doing?
I have no idea.
What is he doing?
Like,
what is he doing?
I have no clue.
Klay Thompson's on the floor. Kevin Durant is on the floor. Doesn't forget Klay Thompson being on the floor. Kevin Durant is on the floor.
And he's asking for the ball.
He's saying, hey,
yes,
that's me all day. Yeah, I need the rock. That's mine.
And this is kind of
what is he doing? Hit that back one more time.
Yeah. And my guess is, I don't know if Golden State had a timeout or not, but I know in the audio they mentioned no timeout for Golden State because
they don't have one. You can see it on the
okay.
On the graphic.
They don't have one, but I mean, I'm assuming with Steve Kerr running shit, and then this is where this Woj tweet comes. Story from Spears. Late game exchange between Kevin Durant, Draymond Green carried in the locker room Monday night with teammates loudly confronting Green for decision-making on final play of regulation. Scene described as one of the most intense in G-State era. Now, my question is, who's loudly confronting Draymond Green in that locker room that's not Steph Curry?
Kevin Durant.
Is that the only one? Who else
probably
could it be?
Kevin Durant, probably not
Who else
Clay.
could it be?
Maybe Iguodala.
Maybe Iggy.
Yeah, Iguodala has weight in that locker room. He can say what he needs to say.
To him. Yeah.
I thought
Sean Livingston, maybe.
Funny that Boogie was playing Peacemaker.
Yeah. So.
But yeah, Iguodala is probably the one who can step up and be like, "Yo, you know what I mean?" Like, yeah. Iguodala's a very respected vet.
Yeah, no doubt. So I think it's interesting with that going on. I think it's great that they suspended him. That's $130,000 suspension. Yeah. So like that's not like a little. That might rub Draymond a little bit of the wrong way. Like he might be at the crib like, wow, they really did like.
Or he might know that he had it coming to him. And this isn't the first Draymond issue. Their issues behind the scenes have always revolved around Draymond Green. Remember, I think it was like 2 years ago they said that Draymond and Clay weren't getting along. Draymond's had issues there, but I think what makes him good is also what kind of makes him like that. Yeah. Is he's just a volatile personality. Like you need that on the court when you need it, but I think dude also, I mean, look at the LeBron shit. I mean, he punched him in the nuts and gets suspended for a game. He does shit like that. You know what I mean? So I think that you just got to be able to control it. I think it's interesting if he was coming at KD about where you're going to play next summer. I don't know where that comes from. I don't know why he shouldn't have issue with that. KD can go wherever the fuck he wants to, first and foremost. If KD wants to go play in Utah, he can go play in Utah.
Right.
You know what I mean? If he wants to go play for the Sacramento Kings, he can go
style.
there.
Draymond's
but
style.
I just want to know what he would say to him. Are you going to leave us next year? Like,
Like what? Like why don't you make a decision on where you're gonna play next year?
65 games
You
left
asking
in the year.
for the ball. We don't even know if you're gonna be here. It's probably something like that. I don't know.
Maybe he's saying you not making decisions will get in the way of my money because I think Draymond's up for his contract too. Who knows? What? Either way, whatever. But
that's Draymond's style. He gets personal, like with that Paul Pierce shit. They don't love you like that.
Well, that's true.
He tries to hit you.
But that was true.
But yeah, no, it wasn't.
They don't.
He just tries to hit you as hard as he can.
Which is why what LeBron did was so brilliant. LeBron knew he could get in his head.
Yeah.
Before that happened. LeBron's to watch this. I'm gonna get this dude suspended.
We'll leave it at this.
Yeah.
I'm just happy to see them in any type of disarray. Fuck the Warriors, and I hope they keep spiraling.
But it won't make a difference because they'll still win the championship.
Anyway, we should cut that last piece because I'm tired of it.
Well, you know, yeah.
Yeah, but I know the truth. Let's talk Jimmy Butler to Philly.
Yeah.
Does that make them the best team in the East?
No.
Really?
Still think Toronto's the best team in the East, yeah.
Kawhi back.
Kawhi is back.
That boy back.
And I think Kawhi and Kyle Lowry is a nice little interesting combination. And they got other players. We talked about Danny Green out there.
Yep. My boy Fred VanVleet.
Rockford's finest.
Rockford's finest.
Shout out to whatever 617, 618, whatever it is. Van Vliet. They got some other players, man. Pull up. You got their roster.
Yeah, no, Toronto's nice.
Toronto is kind of stacked. So yeah, I mean,
Kawhi
I like what they got going on.
Brings a whole different dynamic, especially when the playoffs start to roll around.
Superstar. You know what I mean? He brings a lockdown defender. Yeah.
They're putting up 100.
Serge Ibaka.
Yeah, they're putting up 117 a night too,
scoring,
which is and if you could put up 117 a night, and then when the best player in town has to see Kawhi, yikes.
And he seems happy out there.
Yeah,
he seems happy out there. If they could convince him to stay, that would be crazy. But I don't necessarily rule it out either. But right now, to me, yeah, Toronto's the best team in the East until they're not. Second best team in the East is Milwaukee until they're not. Third best team in the East right now is probably Philly.
We got to see, right?
Yeah.
Like, Jimmy could come in there and they could be mowing cats down
all day.
Like, Jimmy could come in there and really bring that heat and that fire that they might be missing. It's going to be interesting to see him playing with Simmons.
If they get Jimmy Butler, they're good. If they get Jimmy Hollywood, they got something else coming to them.
Yeah, that could be an issue.
No, I think it's going to be great. I'm not really worried about it. I think you can't underestimate how much he hated going into the gym every day. And, like, especially looking at Andrew Wiggins.
And looking at Cat, yeah.
Yeah, well, Cat is one thing. At least Cat put up numbers in, like, a play. But he
that water when you're done? I'm sorry.
Oh. So do what?
Pass me some of that when you get a chance.
Especially like Wiggins, right? Because I'm sure he looked at Wiggins and said, yo, like, if I was born with the natural talent that you had and my work ethic, because, you know, I made myself into the player that I am, but just the natural talent that Wiggins has, because he's talented. I mean, he doesn't try, but he's naturally talented. Like, I would be amazing. You know what I mean? And just watches Wiggins not give a shit, and I think that just killed him. He watches Cat not give a shit on D, but be phenomenal on offense. He's like, yo, if you brought it on both ends, like how good you could be. I think that bothered him to his core. That's not going to be an issue with Embiid, and I don't think that's going to be an issue with Simmons. Those guys play hard on both ends of the floor. You know what I mean?
Embiid plays harder than people even realize.
Yeah.
Like, I know he's a clown on social media, and he trolls people and all that. That boy plays hard on D.
And he's a monster.
On O. Like, he plays hard. So,
And Simmons, and here's the thing. I mean, Simmons, like Jimmy Butler needs the ball and so does Ben Simmons, but Ben Simmons does not need to score. You know what I mean? Ben Simmons will facilitate. Ben Simmons will rebound. He'll do his thing. He doesn't need to go for 30, right? And he can't shoot, so it doesn't necessarily matter, but I think that looks good, man. I'm not necessarily worried about them, but I won't put them as the best team in the East or the second best team in the East.
I'm excited to watch it.
Yeah.
We'll see. That's going to be interesting.
Yep.
That's a perfect segue into let's do an initial panic meter, because I know you wanted to do that with, you know, Houston, Lakers, etc.
Like, we talk real quick.
Markelle?
Giannis.
Yeah, well, he's the MVP.
Yeah. Right now?
Yes.
Hands down?
Yes.
It's a problem.
He's unstoppable.
He
was unstoppable.
Like 29
he was
13.
unstoppable last year.
29, 13, and 6.
And he's taken his game to another level this year. Like, it's probably not by much, but he's Euro stepping people and holding the ball over their head and then just dunking the ball. Like,
Giannis is averaging 25 points, 13 rebounds, 6 assists, steal and a half, a block and a half, and shooting 55% from the field.
And his team has 3 losses.
He's shooting 7% from 3-point line.
His team has 3 losses with a win against Golden State. Like, he's the MVP
he's
right
a problem.
now. He's a really, really, really big problem. Now, to go from a super positive like Giannis, and we should get up to Milwaukee and catch a game
100%,
in that new arena.
I want to see Giannis in person.
Yeah, we could get some cheap tickets and go. We should do that. We should make a weekend out of that and go check that out. Yeah, that'd be fun.
I love Milwaukee.
Yeah,
I'm always down for a
new
weekend
little
in Milwaukee.
building.
Yeah,
have a nice little night.
Yeah.
We should do like a night, get like a hotel. Yeah, we should definitely do that.
Airbnb.
Yeah, let's get it.
Yeah, let's do it.
A great transition, big time positive story in Giannis. Let's go over to Markelle Fultz because we were just talking about Jimmy. We were just talking about Philly. I don't want to harp on it too much, but I tweeted a video of Markelle Fultz getting baskets at Washington.
He's a bucket getter.
In college, like a video of him in college, and he was a
bucket getter.
Smooth.
Confident.
The crazy part about it is like this biggest game was he was like a smooth, effortless scorer.
Yeah, he wasn't like a crazy athlete or anything like that. Like, he was
the exact opposite.
Yeah.
1 week he can shoot a free throw. Like last week there's video of him shooting perfect form, follow through free throw.
Yeah.
Last night, before he double clutched the free throw, his first free throw was all net perfect.
Yeah.
And the very next free throw, he double clutched.
Yeah.
This is one of the most interesting things I've ever seen. We've seen it in baseball with Rick Ankiel.
Yeah.
We've seen it with Knobloch where Knobloch couldn't throw it to first base. Yeah. Rick Ankiel all of a sudden couldn't pitch and throw it to the home plate. I've never seen it in hoops.
No. That's what I'm saying. I think with a pitcher, it might even be more common because it's so mental.
Yeah.
You know, you're kind of out there by yourself. But
I've never seen it
I've
in
never
hoops.
seen anything like this, man. I've never seen anything like it. It's funny, like I got my girl into it. I was telling her about Markelle Fultz, this dude got her. He was the #1 pick in the draft last year. Didn't play for most of the year. Forgot how to play ball. And you kind of look back on it, man, and it's literally one of the craziest stories I've ever seen in the NBA.
I've never seen anything like this.
You know what I always go back to though? Do you remember last summer, right, or 2 summers ago? Boston had the #1 pick in the draft. Everybody in the world had them taking Markelle Fultz.
Oh, and they went back?
They go pre-draft process with Markelle Fultz. As soon as they can, they trade that pick to Philly.
Like Danny Ainge is like,
he saw something about
not right.
Something's not
Do
right.
you think it was more he saw something in Markelle that might have been trouble, or he saw just that much in Tatum and he was like, I can move back. They might be both pretty good, but let me move back, get some more assets, and I'll
first
take
off,
Tatum.
who was on the Tatum train earlier? That was me.
Yes.
I was on it early.
You know who else was? You and my father.
Yeah.
My dad was like, this dude is a fucking
I don't know what you're watching, but that's basketball. I told you.
And I was
go, that
watching,
comes to the NBA and works right away.
Yeah, I don't really see it like
so
that.
I was like, that comes to the NBA and works today.
You and my dad were like, nah, that's the best player in the draft. And I was like,
he could be in Durham on Sunday and be in the NBA on Monday, and it's translated. It brings it with him.
It's Roquan Smith.
In the suitcase. Yeah, he brings it with him. That's there all the time. I saw that was a bucket.
Yeah.
I don't think I think it was a combination of both, right? I was like, he probably thought we're not going to go wrong taking Tatum or worst case scenario Ball. You know what I'm saying? Because that was the either 2 or 3 was either going to be Tatum or Ball, but it was pretty much Fultz, Ball, and then the 3 with Tatum.
Yeah.
But I think he also maybe he just saw something mentally. Ainge has been in this game for a long time. He's been around championship teams, all that. He might have just saw something that's been like, dude, there's something off about this dude. It's mental, right? At this point, we know it's mental. Yeah, he got hurt, but when he got hurt, he changed his jumper stroke for no reason, and since then hasn't been able to shoot.
Well, the story is that his old form was hurting his shoulders, and it was too painful to shoot how he was shooting before, so he changed it. But
I've never heard that.
This seems so mental to me.
Yeah.
Like, okay, you change it. That would be like when Tiger Woods changed his golf stroke. All of a sudden, it was just like he couldn't function.
Yeah.
It's just like
golfers change their stroke
all the time. Like you can change your
all their time.
This is a very interesting thing. And
quarterbacks switch their tighten up their mechanics all the time.
And I think we could talk about this for a long time. We are missing a lot of information about this Markelle Fultz situation that's going to come out down the road and down the line at some point, and we're just going to have to wait for it to happen.
Well, you want to know the best thing about it is they unceremoniously dumped their GM after the Twitter scandal, so he'll probably write a book. The Colangelo book might tell us about what was really going on with Markelle Fultz because we didn't really know what was going on.
Yeah.
But, yeah, something happened, man. But like you said, at this point, it's definitely mental. I mean, again, I always go back to that Ainge. It was a lock. They even said, we're taking him. You know what I mean? Yeah. But something happened, and they wanted no part of him.
It was interesting. The reason I say
Philly
it's mental.
Tatum.
Yeah, it'd be crazy. It's because you can't go out there and one jumper look fine and perfect and it's all net, and then the next jumper be all types of whack and you're double clutching. That's mental.
The hitch in your shot is mental.
Yeah.
Charles Barkley said that about his golf swing. He said it's mental. I've seen therapists. It's mental. I cannot not do it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
So what's the panic meter before we get into these teams? What's the panic meter on Fultz? Do you give him another full year? What do you do? When I heard that Jimmy trade was coming, I was like, okay, Fultz is definitely in this package.
I don't know. Yeah, I mean, shout out to them for not having to include Fultz in that package. I don't know how Minnesota doesn't get Fultz back in that deal.
Like almost as like a throw-in.
I'm saying I want that guy. Why not? Yeah, as a throw-in. You take 2 years on him as a flyer. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work out. He doesn't cost a lot of money.
They weren't ready to give up on him.
Yeah, maybe they weren't. I think he obviously can't start now anymore. You just throw McConnell in there, let him do his thing or whatever it's going to be. But if I was a Philly fan, I mean, I wouldn't be panicking right now because of the state of my team. But if you put just that incident, a 10.
Panic is a 10.
That's a full panic.
It's looking like a full-blown bust.
It's a full panic. What's the positive to take from Markelle Fultz right now?
Yeah.
What positive can you pull? There's nothing positive about him.
And what we'll revisit about Philly is all those years of tanking, this is the final product, bro.
Yeah.
Ben Simmons,
Joel Embiid,
Jimmy Butler. That's it. So if y'all don't make noise with these three, that's going to be your core for unless Jimmy next week says, I want to leave. He doesn't like it.
Now I'm just thinking about if they had taken Tatum.
But that's your core. This is the final product of that. So
that's the process.
We're gonna
if you told me that that's what the Bulls process turned into, 3 players of that caliber, and at that point in their career, 2 young guys and 1 veteran, who we may have to pay a shit ton of money to in a year, but we're gonna be a top 4 team in the East, I'd be okay.
Yeah,
I'd be okay.
No doubt.
Especially with the 2 young guys.
Panic meter. Give me your. I know you want to talk about Houston.
We'll just go a few teams.
Yeah.
First, what's your panic meter on Boston? Where are you at? Between
low.
1 and 10. Low?
Low. 1 and 10. I'll give it a 6 because I'm worried about Gordon Hayward.
You don't think he looks right?
He looks terrible.
Yeah, he looks awful.
He looks awful.
Yeah.
And he's on this minute restriction. I don't like minute restrictions.
I hate minute restrictions. You and Tom Thibodeau.
If you're healthy, shout out Tom Thibodeau.
Remember when Joe Kim was on a minute
restriction? What is that? I'm not fucking about no minute.
I'm playing 40.
Is he on the bench?
Yeah, he's here. He's suited up. Yeah.
But think about minute restrictions is like, is he healthy or not?
Yeah.
He's healthy, then play him how he's supposed to be playing, right?
Right.
But when he's been out there, he's looked bad. They haven't looked all that good. That comment Kyrie made about, I wish we had we need that.
The veteran
guy that can do this and do that.
You have Al Horford, don't you?
That was kind of interesting. Yeah. So interesting there. I'll give it a 6 because they're in the East. They're a lock to make the playoffs.
Yeah.
They have so much young talent. They have a great coach in Stevens. Panic meter is 6, and it's like a 6.0.
So Brad Stevens for me puts it at like a 4.5.
Yeah, he's just like,
when your coach is that good, you figure it out. And you're not going to tell me a team with that much. I just think there's just some issues they have as far. Dude, they got so much talent.
Yeah.
And he has so many minutes and shots to figure out. He's still trying to figure it out.
And when he says they're not being coached right, I'm not coaching them, I'm going to get them right. He knows. He sees what's going on.
He knows what's going on.
He's not delusional. So
I'm not worried about
it.
I put him at a 4.5.
Yeah, no doubt.
Yep. Where you at with Houston?
I think it's a 7.
Wow.
And I say that because I think they're going to make the playoffs.
So Houston right now sitting at 5 and 7. 12th in the West and 4 and 6 in the last 10.
Well, the reason I have it at a 7 is because we were talking about them competing to win the West.
Yeah.
So it's the panic meter's up there because I don't really see how that's possible.
No.
So there's a little bit of panic there for me. And I don't know if you caught the interview with Morey. He looked disheveled when they were asking him questions about Melo.
No.
They had a bunch of mics in They had a bunch of mics in his face, and they were like, "So what's up with Melo?" Like reports are coming out that he's not going to play. He's played his last game, and he's like, I don't know what reports.
We're evaluating everything.
Yes, that's exactly what he was saying. He's like, we're looking at all options. We're looking at all options.
Just let Melo go.
It looked a little sus, and I'm worried because They thought it was going to be sweet to let Ariza walk, and they thought it was going to be sweet to like Bamute walk.
Yeah.
And it's not looking.
You forgot you need to play defense in the NBA.
And it's not looking as sweet as you thought it was going to be.
Those are two two great defenders, right? And that was one thing that was a sneaky good thing about Houston last year than opposed to years past is they were better at defense because you had those guys, right? And yeah, I think you're 100% right. I think they made some questionable personnel decisions, for sure.
Yeah, they thought it was.
Keep one of those.
They
two
thought
guys.
it was sweet, and it's like, hey, it's not. This is the West.
Year older for Chris Paul.
Yeah, this is the
James
NBA, bro.
41% right now. Yeah,
and they kind of, you know what it is? They went the route. I think Morey in his head was thinking, how do we outscore Golden State? How do we outscore them and let two perimeter defenders walk in two separate. Two perimeter defenders walk 2 years in a row, and now they can't outscore them, and they can't stop them on.
How did they almost beat them last year? They kept all those games under 100.
Right.
All those games in that Western Conference Finals were under 100.
Right.
It wasn't about outscoring anybody. That's not what it's about in the playoffs.
Right.
That's not what it's about in the playoffs. You got to lock people up. Lockdown defenders matter.
So the panic meter is 7 because they were talking about them competing for the West in its entirety, and that is not looking like an option.
So where do you have them? So I mean, I didn't realize Portland is 10-3 right now. That's crazy. Shout out Dame Lillard.
Shout out CJ McCollum.
And CJ McCollum.
That's my guy. He's a basket.
So I mean, you think they're a top 4 in the West? You think that? So do you think that they will shake out like we both think that Boston will, right? Or Mike D'Antoni is not Brad Stevens?
Well, Mike D'Antoni is definitely not Brad Stevens. But Mike D'Antoni doesn't get enough credit as he probably should for being ahead of his time and,
he innovated.
and the run and gun and all that stuff, whatever. But let's be serious. Sacramento's going to come back down to earth.
Of course, they already are.
Shout out Vlade.
Actually, I guess they're 7-3 in their last 10, but yeah.
Are the Clippers real? Like, it seems so, right?
Yeah.
So there's a lot of
the Clippers. The Clippers are decent, man. They got some solid players: Tobias Harris, Gallinari. My man from Chicago. Come on, my man's dude. Pat Bev. Pat Bev's a dog.
Yeah.
Pat Bev can play on my team any day of the week. I'll go to war with Pat Bev. Doesn't care. Doesn't matter. I'm here to play defense.
Play ball.
I don't need buckets. You can have those.
Yeah.
Shout out Pat Beverly. Yeah, I mean, okay, so yeah, Sacramento's gonna come back down to earth. Obviously, Memphis is gonna come back down to earth. I don't know. Do they come back to maybe like what, the 6th seed, 5th seed?
5th seed, 6th seed. They could
which is crazy.
They could get.
They
back
won 65 games last year.
Yeah. It's gonna be interesting.
Yep.
Yeah. You got another panameter?
Lakers. 0.
0 because this is exactly where they were supposed to be and where they were going to be.
People are panicking about them, which I don't understand.
Well,
they say
the
Luke Walton's going to get
they
fired.
Were at best going to be a 7 or an 8 seed at the very best. Look at the roster. It's his first year out there. And I'm going to keep telling y'all this if you're listening. LeBron really doesn't give a fuck.
Yeah.
I'm telling you this now. Yeah. He really doesn't care. He's going to try his ass off. But, like, that whole breaking his back to try to get in the playoffs with this roster and to, like, I need to be a 6 seed, it's just not going to happen.
Did you see LeBron's GM move he pulled this week?
No, what was it?
Who did the Lakers sign this week?
Oh, Tyson Chandler.
What team was he on previous to this?
Was he on any team?
He was on the Suns.
Oh okay.
Suns bought him out.
So
who's the Suns GM?
I'm tweaking.
James Jones.
Wait, what?
Yes.
How did I miss that?
Yes.
James.
That report came out. LeBron made the call, bro.
James Jones runs the Suns.
Remember they fired McDonough. They brought in James Jones.
I missed that completely.
Champ.
Yo, he called up James.
He called up James. Said, James, I need a center. You got one. Give him his remaining $50 million, and I'm gonna make that happen.
All that extra cash when I let you just hang out on the bench on Miami.
James, do me a favor. Go downstairs and go in your trophy room real quick. You see those?
Remember that?
Yeah, that's me.
Remember when I let you kick it on the bench?
After a couple of years, a couple million?
3 seasons? Yeah. Let you get a couple rings?
Yeah, you remember that?
Tyson Chandler.
Yeah, I need Tyson, man. Just go ahead and cut him. He'll pass through waivers, and, I'll take care of that.
How come that didn't get more talk? I didn't even know that.
Oh, yeah, they say LeBron made that call.
Absolutely made that call.
LeBron 100% made that call.
100%.
Power moves, man. That's why I low-key fuck with LeBron.
Yeah. That's why the NBA is great.
Don't worry, my man's is the. He's like Mitch or not Mitch. Rob, we need a GM. We need a center.
Yeah,
my man's the GM over there.
Yeah, my man's GM.
You don't got to make that call. Don't worry about it. It's okay. Go get a coffee for me. I need a coffee.
How you feel about Tyson?
Magic, you like Tyson Chandler? Oh, how do I like Tyson
LeBron,
Chandler?
You like him?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, let's do it.
We'll
call James.
Oh yeah, right now. Yeah.
So the panic meter for me is 0 because this is exactly where I thought they'd be, and they're going to be fighting to be 500 all year.
Okay. I got one more for you, man. And this one for me is a full 10, but I just kind of want to talk about the situation in general.
Yeah.
Chocolate City, the nation's capital.
A full 10.
The Washington Wizards. Just a mess. A mess.
Dwight, if you want to put a team together that is discombobulated, doesn't give a fuck, doesn't know how to play as a team, the first thing you do is sign Dwight Howard.
But you can't put this on him. They've been dysfunctional.
But
Beal and Wall have never fully gotten along. But that's always been the story.
Throwing Dwight in there,
but Dwight
on top
doesn't
of that
fix anything. Yeah,
doesn't help.
Yeah.
Can you imagine that locker room? There are a bunch of goofballs in there.
Well, and they're saying, remember, they're all coming out against Otto Porter. That's just a terrible situation.
Yeah, Porter's overpaid. Everybody knows it.
Yeah.
Beal and John Wall is.
So who do you keep? Brad Beal, in my opinion.
Well, John Wall hasn't even started that new contract.
Yeah, that's crazy.
He hasn't. He's not even.
Start next year?
It starts next year.
It's 40 million. It's like 40 million. A year.
I'm pretty sure his. I don't even know if it's next year or the year after that.
Remember when he wouldn't sign it for a while
yeah,
too? I was like, what are you waiting for, bro?
His new deal hasn't started, so I don't know how you get.
What
rid
is
of
that?
him.
It's like 5 years, 200 million, right?
Look we can look that up real quick. But getting out here. John Wall's new deal hasn't started, so you can't take that. Yeah. And Beal's easier to move because he's a shooting guard that doesn't command the ball.
Beal succeeds in this league. Yeah,
they were talking about L.A. should look to get Beal. That's what Stephen A. Smith said.
Yeah, the Lakers or the Clippers?
The Lakers.
Oh,
yeah, the Lakers should look to get him. He said if you got to package up Brandon Ingram, do it.
No,
that's what he said.
I'm not moving off Brandon Ingram.
Yeah, he's a ball player.
If you're thinking long term with LeBron, I'm not moving off Brandon Ingram.
But that's the thing. If you gotta be able to move one piece, and I'm definitely not moving Kuz.
I think Brandon Ingram
I'm definitely not moving Josh Hart.
I think he's 20.
He is. I think he is. Like
I think he's 20.
Yeah.
No, I think he's 20. Like, what do you mean? He's 20 years old. Like, no, we've seen this before. You don't give up on promising guys when they're 20 like that, man. I mean, nah.
Yeah.
I like Brad Beal.
Absolute 10. Scott Brooks needs to be fired yesterday.
Right now.
They could scrap that whole thing and decide who you want to keep between John Wall and Beal. I think you have to keep John Wall because of that huge, huge dollar amount. And it's easier to build around a point guard than a two guard. So that's what that would be my move.
All right, then my last question, Denver, contender or pretender?
Contender, absolute contender.
Yeah, love him. You love Jokic.
I love Jokic. And Jamal Murray is a problem.
Yeah.
They're a real contender.
Is Will Barton out for the year or Will Barton I think Will Barton comes back.
I think he does come back.
Shout out Will the Thrill Barton.
Yeah, and this is their second. I would be a little more shaky if they didn't contend last year.
Yeah.
Like they were a game out of making the playoffs last year. They lost to the Jazz.
Play great D.
So they're 100% a contender because they showed that last year. This is Jokic coming into his own. Jamal Murray coming into his own. They're a contender for sure.
Contender. All right.
Last but not least, let's close it out with some NFL talk. Then we're going to get you guys out of here. The real power rankings. First off, let me give you some thoughts on NFL power rankings. That shit is a sham. Every week they try to just stir up any pot they can.
Whoever wins a game that they like and whoever loses a game they don't like.
They just shift around people all over the place. Like, that shit,
the Saints lose next week, they'll be like number 15.
Yeah, they'll be like 7. Don't pay any attention to the power rankings. Yeah. So let me give you some real power rankings. Right now, they have the Saints, the Chiefs, Rams, the Chargers at number 4, Pittsburgh at number 5. Pull me up real quick, Aaron. We're at number 7. Let's get it.
Yeah.
Really quick. This is ESPN, by the way. Saints, Chiefs, Rams, Chargers, Steelers, New England, the Bears, Minnesota, Carolina, and the Texans. I'm actually not too mad about that.
I probably have a couple teams in front of New England.
Who?
I know Carolina got throttled, but it was that Thursday game. And I don't trust the Thursday game. I hate the Thursday game.
I'm going to tell you this. They have Tennessee at 14.
And how do they have Philadelphia at 13?
They just won 2 games in a row. They just smashed New England.
Yeah.
I don't know how they're in front of Philly
or how they're behind
Philly. Washington's is suspect.
But they're going to win the division.
A shit division.
Hey, and by the way, the gimme of the week, if you didn't see on Sunday, was Washington plus 1.5 at Tampa Bay.
Bro, I took Tampa Bay.
Oh, my God. I saw that. I didn't know what you were thinking.
But they only won by 13 points, and Tampa Bay had 4 turnovers.
No, it was 16 to 3.
16-3.
Who cares? They
Dude,
covered. They were getting 1.5.
They probably should have lost that game. But
they're getting that was that. When I saw that to me stuck out like that Carolina line a couple weeks ago.
The game of the week was that, bro. The Saints at Cincinnati. I didn't take
easy
it.
7.5.
But I didn't realize that the Cincinnati was giving up the most rushing yards, the most passing yards.
Your defense is suspect.
And then you have the Saints coming into town.
The Saints were rolling.
Like, that's an automatic.
You know what I did?
I messed that
up. The only
up.
thing I did that morning before I took that game is I checked the weather. So it's going to be 40 degrees and sunny in Cincinnati. We're good. 40 degrees. If it was like 28 and snowy, yeah, that might slow down that Saints train. The Saints are the best team in the NFL right now, hands down. I don't want to hear anything else about it.
Yeah, I agree with that. Let's talk about this Chiefs-Rams Monday night. They just moved it out of Mexico City back to L.A. because of the condition of the field.
Yeah.
That's like the most Mexico shit ever.
Yeah.
I don't know how much money you're going to lose in that spot, but you have to have the field pristine.
Yeah.
Well,
I guess they had
they had a Shakira concert a couple days. They just played a soccer match the other day.
They probably got more money from both of those events than they do the NFL game.
What?
Yeah.
You think so? With
football in Mexico.
With tourism? That stadium is going to be jammed.
You know how many people went to go see Shakira?
Yeah, but protect the field, cover it up.
No, I hear you.
You can do all of that.
We
just
can't
make sure
we apparently not in Soldier Field.
But just make sure the field is locked up for that.
Wait, so hold on. Were you saying these power rankings were bogus? Were you about to switch these up?
I was saying
now?
I like these power rankings. Okay. I don't mind them. But what I'm saying is the power rankings in general are a fucking sham.
Yeah, of course.
And like they just are something that the pundits can talk about on TV.
Yeah.
I want to ask you about the Chargers. What do you think about them? They're loaded talent-wise, low-key. They have a veteran quarterback.
Every year.
And are they a pretender or are they for real?
The Chargers, to me, are always going to be the Chargers, man. Sure.
Let me tell you why I think they're for real.
They're not a threat to go far for me.
I think they have every single thing against them. They don't have any home field advantage. They basically play 16 road games.
No, they don't. Yeah, no one goes there.
And they're 7-2. And as much as they compete every week and they fuck off games, it seems like, that shit's going to start to turn around. And they're going to start winning those close games. And they're going to start closing that out. So I think they're real. I think this Monday night game, now that it's in L.A., is going to be a sight to see. Just as big as that Saints-Rams game was with that quarterback play, this Rams-Chiefs on Monday night is going to be must-see TV.
Could you have gotten that game this morning on the neutral sight line before it was announced in LA?
Of course you could have, yeah, if you did take it.
Somebody's eating.
Yeah, but I don't even think it moves that much. I think it still probably stays at.
I guess the Rams. Yeah,
the Rams are like
the Rams don't really have a huge home field advantage.
Well, the Rams were -3. Was it going to be maybe? It's not. I don't think it goes to like -4.
It's not like it was the Seahawks all of a sudden playing in Seattle or something where the home field
like that game is going to. No one knows. Like as much as any expert one tells you, no one knows what's going to happen in that game.
I tell you, I'll take that under 65.
You take under 65?
Oh yeah, it's the highest over. I'm never gonna gamble on the other side of like shit that's never happened before. I'm never gonna gamble for some shit that's never happened before.
These are two unprecedented offenses. So I mean, if I had to put it like this, if I had to put my money up, I'm never depending on those teams not scoring points. Like that's just not gonna happen.
I would, and I guess I'm just looking at the fact that there's never been an over under at 65.
It's gonna be 70 and sunny.
No,
I'm not putting my money on.
I'll take the under all
I'm not putting my money on. It's going to be, if I had to guess, it's going to be just like New England and the Chiefs. I don't see why it'd be any different.
I'm taking that under.
30, 35, 33, 36, 33. Yeah. That's just going over, low key. You feel me?
Yeah.
But that's it. No Catch Up Chicago. This week's edition. Make sure you check out the vlog, man. I'm going to drop it tomorrow. This will be live tonight. I'm going to drop the vlog tomorrow.
think this might be a record for us. I think this is the longest
this was
one.
a good one.
About an hour and a half. Thank
and-
you for rocking with us, whoever's still out there.
Yeah. And low
Appreciate
key,
it, man.
we easily could have went 2 and change.
Yeah, we
like-
didn't even talk the Brady argument that we had.
Yeah, we could sit here and talk all
Tom
day.
Brady next. We'll talk Patriots next week.
Yeah, I'm down for that. We don't want to keep Aaron too long, too. But yeah, thank you for watching. Check out the vlog, Game Day Bears Lions vlog. I'm dropping that tomorrow. Make sure you follow us at No Ketchup Chicago on YouTube. We're now on Spotify. If you weren't rocking with the Apple Podcast and it was a struggle for you to listen to us on SoundCloud, we're on Spotify. Make sure you check that out. If you're a non-Apple guy, we're on Google Podcasts. Subscribe to us everywhere at No Ketchup Chicago. For Nick the Quick, I'm Sean Little. No Ketchup Chicago for Chicago by Chicago. Listen up. Bear down, man.
Bear down.